Mothers want the best for their daughters. At least, we claim this is our reason for going through their phones, watching the clothes they wear, and screening their friends, but this method doesn't help invest in their ability to create their own life. It projects fears or biases passed down from our issues growing up as young girls. We want to give our daughters the opportunities to succeed in life and to be independent because, after all, they are young queens themselves learning to build their queendom. One of the best ways for mothers to help their daughters succeed is by teaching them the ability to trust their instincts and question things that may give them a moment. In our Bond Builder workshops, we talk about giving birth twice or even multiple times as your daughter grows older and you grow with her. It's interesting how we as mothers are so eager for our kids to walk on their own and feed themselves. Pretty much, we are just waiting for them to be physically independent, but somewhere we forget the empowerment needed to help our kids become independent from a mental perspective. We no longer feed our kids after a certain age, nor are we washing their clothes, etc., but we still want to tell them how they should respond, react, or even navigate their lives. The key to being a bonded parent is to be involved in your child's life, not like you are the captain of some army. You should know what they are going through, their challenges, and how you can help them through it. The time for giving demands should slowly graduate into ways to help them understand the need to demand things for themselves. If you're unsure how to guide your daughter through life's challenges, here are some essential tips that have helped me as a mother, and you should register for our Bond Builder workshops. The sign-up link is here. 4 tips to guide your daughter through life's challenges. 1. Encourage them to talk about their feelings and emotions with you. This is a time to understand their mental state and whether they trust you enough to be completely open. 2. Listen without judgment or criticism. This is a time where you have to hold back your desire to fix or decide for them. 3. Let them know that it is never too late for change, even if they have made mistakes in the past. This is the perfect time to introduce your mistakes and how you overcame them. 4. Teach them the importance of self-love, self-care, and having futuristic thoughts by modeling those behaviors yourself. This is no longer a do as I say, not as I do generation. How you could be a positive role model for your daughter. Daughters are highly influenced by their parents, especially their mothers. Daughters have also been linked to having lower self-esteem and self-worth if they have a damaged relationship with their mother. Naturally, daughters will try to emulate the same behaviors consciously and unconsciously related to habits that they see in their parents. This is why it is also vital for fathers or men role models to be present for their daughters and not just providers financially. 1. Mothers and fathers should make sure that they set an excellent example for their daughters. They should not drink alcohol excessively, smoke or abuse drugs in front of them, or even have unhealthy conversations about women or men in front of their girls. 2. Mothers and fathers should also make sure that they are spending quality time with them and not just making them feel like an accessory or an afterthought in their lives. 3. Mothers and fathers should also take care of themselves to set a good example for their daughters. Why you should stop worrying about our daughter's future and focus on creating it together. It's time to stop worrying about our daughter's future and create it together. It is essential to have a conversation about the future with your daughter. So many young girls are committing suicide due to the stress of thinking how hard the future or current situation is in their life. According to a Time article linked here, across the board, suicide rates among young Americans have risen. From 2007 to 2018, suicide rates for Americans ages 10 to 24 rose by 57%, and the increase was particularly significant among young girls, contributing to a narrowing of the persistent suicide gender gap. Rates plateaued from 2018 to 2019, the most recent year with available federal data, but they stood far higher than those of decades past. A multinational study published in The Lancet Psychiatry in April found that U.S. suicide rates actually decreased somewhat during the early months of the pandemic compared to the year before it. But given spiking anxiety and depression rates during the pandemic, which studies suggest took a particularly harsh toll on young people, there's good reason for continuing concern. Challenge your thoughts to stop worrying and start creating healthier pathways. Make some time for girl conversations with your daughter, granddaughter, niece, or sister. This is where the true empowerment begins, and your young queen will genuinely begin to understand her worth and her future abilities in life. We have to stay away from having toxic energy and watching unhealthy media that tries to create harmful thoughts in our minds. We have to understand today's academia struggles are much different than how it used to be, and our kids are struggling as grades has become a foundational method of identifying a child's success. It is crucial to stay away from toxic energy and unhealthy media. Examples of toxic energy are people who constantly put others down, are unhappy, and have a black cloud following them. It is also vital to stay away from unhealthy media such as reality TV, the news, social media, and anything that will lower your self-esteem or make you feel bad about yourself. Motherhood and daughterhood are journeys without a guide or a map or even a set destination, and this is what makes the journey much more impactful and just darn beautiful, if I may say so myself. Take the time to understand and get to know your daughter, because being a mother doesn't automatically gift you the relationship. The relationship has to be built and bonded. If you enjoyed this content, then please make sure you subscribe to our channel to help us grow as we tackle breaking generational curses and redefining generational blessings for mothers and daughters. Until next time, stay rooted in love and your queendom.